Church, who is it, what is it that you are really trusting in? That's a fundamental question for us this morning as we consider the fourth commandment. The fourth commandment, remember or observe the Sabbath and keep it holy. While the Sabbath command is the only one of the 10 that is not repeated in the New Testament, it is nevertheless clear that from our earliest days, Christians have recognized the monumental shift of setting aside Saturday as the day of consecrated worship to the Lord, how that pivoted to Sunday as the right day to worship the Lord. This is no small shift. It's not just something of mere preference or coincidence or the invention of the weekend. This is a massively important shift. Just consider that before the resurrection of Jesus, God's people, they would labor for 6 days to then on the seventh day, on Saturday, enter into that rest. Laboring 6 that you would then set aside a 7th to rest. But now, after the resurrection, knowing that your rest has been fully and finally secured for you by Jesus' resurrection on that glorious Sunday morning, you now start your week from a position of rest and move into your work the next 6 days from that gracious position of knowing that nothing that you will do can add to your standing before the Lord. Nothing can add to Christ's redemption that has been purchased for you. This is the monumental shift. So you ought to give thought to how you spend one day a week. You ought to take a day off, ceasing from your labor to enjoy God's creation and redemption. You ought to prioritize the gathering of the church. You ought to consider taking a weekly fast from your phone and devices, the taskmasters of our day. You have to get the laundry done, the groceries shopped, the meals prepped, the homework completed in advance of your day of rest so that it can actually be that. But more fundamentally, beyond any wise guidelines that you may follow, who do you trust to be your provider, both for your daily bread and your right standing before the Lord? Who do you trust? Do you bless the Lord with your lips on Sunday and with the same mouth profess it is by your own ingenuity, your own service, your own selflessness, your own grit by which you and your family is provided for? Do you actually go about your week giving testimony that you're actually trusting in yourself to provide? Do you toil unceasingly? Because if you stop, how will it get done? Church, man was not made for the Sabbath, but the Sabbath for man. Trust in the Lord and all of his provision and find your rest in him.